Hello friends and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm sharing this extreme bedroom makeover from start to finish, all the steps that I took to get here. So if you're looking for some inspiration, you are into the neutral, modern, organic vibe, then this video is definitely for you. So this is what I started out with. This was what the room looked like when I moved in about a year and a half before I started this transformation. It is a north-facing room, so it doesn't get a lot of sunlight, and the dark purple just made it very dark and dingy no matter what time of the day it was. So after careful consideration, I landed on Greek Villa by Sherwin-Williams. The light reflectance value is 84, which means it reflects a lot of light off the walls. So it creates this really nice soft white that doesn't lean too yellow or too blue, which is what you want when you don't get a lot of natural light. I decided to color drench the entire room, so that means I painted the trim Greek Villa, the ceiling, and the walls. And because I didn't want to buy separate paint, I just went with a satin sheen and did the whole thing. Big shout out to Helix for gifting this mattress. I went with the Midnight Luxe, which is a medium firm. This mattress is no joke. It is the comfiest thing we have ever slept on. It did take a little bit of an adjustment for us, but I swear our back pain is actually gone from this mattress. It's really thick and really big, but we've had it for about 6 months and we're really enjoying it. I also got this bed frame from StrucTube, which I really like as well. It is actually real wood, and I just really like the color of the stain on it. The next step in this bedroom makeover was doing the picture frame molding, also known as box frame molding. I do have a separate YouTube video on the exact tutorial to this if you want to check that out, but it is definitely beginner friendly. The only tool that you actually need is this little hand cutting tool here, which is super easy, and then a electric nailer. So it's not a hard project. It does take a little bit of time, but first step is planning out your design and then making sure everything's level and straight when you go to attach it to the wall. If you had a laser level or you wanted to invest in one, this would be the perfect project for it. We just used a hand level, but definitely took a little bit more time, and that is a tool that I definitely want to get and add to my toolkit, but nonetheless, you can get it done. Once they were all nailed to the wall, I went around, I caulked and filled in all the nail holes with a little bit of wood filler, and then I primed and painted it with Greek Villa. You could opt for another color if you wanted to, but I wanted it to all blend and be seamless. I find adding the trim on the wall gave it a bit of like an accent wall, a little bit more to it than just the plain walls, but being painted the same color tied it all in. I then got some new bedding, so I got my sheets, my duvet cover, and my throw blanket from Amazon, and then the white knitted weighted blanket is from Hush, which was gifted, and I do really love this blanket. I highly recommend. It just adds so much texture to the space. My pillows are from HomeSense, but I will try to link some similar ones in the description. And then the sconce lights on the walls are from Amazon, which was a great find, and I love the ambiance that they add. And then big shout out to Two Pages Curtains. I absolutely love their window treatments. I got this in the color dark dim gray. I thought the dark brown really tied everything together really nicely. They have the curtain rods available as well as these little hooks. What I love about these curtains as well is that they're adjustable, so you can adjust them to whatever height you want. I wanted to bring mine right to the ceiling and wide and make sure the drapes came all the way to the floor to make the window and space feel and look bigger. I also got these bamboo Roman shades, which I think just tie everything together so beautifully, and they were so easy to install. I actually have a discount code for you guys in the caption, which will save you 20% off your order. Honestly, you will not be disappointed. I love their products. Next up was this really fun DIY project to create these nightstands. I couldn't find what I wanted for a decent price, so I bought these IKEA nightstands along with these bamboo armrests from IKEA and faced them with it and painted everything black. I went with Tricorn Black by Sherwin-Williams and used their amazing cabinet and trim paint, which is super durable. The only tool that I used was a circular saw to cut the bamboo sheets. Other than that, it was just glue and paint. This is definitely a beginner-friendly project, and I did create a YouTube video on this one as well, so you can check that out in the caption. But ultimately, once I got the bamboo pieces attached, I sanded everything down, primed it with bin primer, which is literally liquid gold. It's the best stuff and it will hide all the pine knots. And then I painted it with the Sherwin-Williams paint. I also ordered these really cute knobs off Amazon because I didn't like the ones that it came with and had a certain look that I was going for. So I just easily attached those with the drill and voila, it was all said and done. And then I didn't want to have all these cords hanging everywhere in my new beautiful bedroom makeover. So I ordered this cord from Amazon, plugged it in behind the bed, and then each extension cord ran over to our nightstands and we tucked it in from behind. And it comes with these little stickers so you can just attach it to the trim. And all our plugs are just plugged in there and fish up through the back. So you never see any of our cords. We have all of our charging stations for our Apple Watches and iPhones and things. It's a great setup and I would highly, highly recommend. We ordered these little clips that you can just stick on the back of the nightstand and it holds your cords right there. So they're always perfectly available, but hidden and tucked away when we're not using them. So great setup. Next up was styling. So I got these home design books from HomeSense. You can also order them on Amazon. I'll have them linked for you. And I just stacked two of them to create a bit of height. And then I styled it with a vase on top with a bit of floral. I do notice that my video has that cut off, but I'll show you that in a second. And then I put this little dish here that just holds my jewelry or my watch at night. And I just love how this turned out. So next up, I created a DIY textured art to go above my bed. I knew I wanted a big statement piece and I made a YouTube video on the detailed tutorial on this as well. So if you want to check that out, I'll also have that linked in the caption. But this is honestly so easy. I've never done this before and it turned out so good. I got a blank canvas and then I just took some wall spackle. I think this is drywall, mud, really anything along those lines will work. And I just applied it in different sweeping motions. I made sure it wasn't too thick, but that the entire piece was covered. And once I had it in a bit of a abstract design that I was happy with, I just left it to sit for about 48 hours to fully dry. And then I got some wood from Home Depot and cut everything down to size to create a floating frame. I stained them with my stain color of choice and attached it all together so that it had a more professional finished look. Again, I have a video on this, so I will link that so you can check out the full details. But once it was all done, we got it hung up above our bed. The picture frame only cost me $40 to make, and I should have mentioned the nightstands only cost me $220, I think, to make. So these were really budget friendly DIY projects that gave me the finished look that I was looking for, but on a budget. At this point, this is where everything is at right now, and I am just loving how it's looking. Just a reminder of where we started from and where we're at now. Now in the last shot, you just saw the bifold doors, but that is my most recent part of this project. So I actually had to get new bifold doors and I painted them Shiitake by Sherwin-Williams, which is the color that I have for the doors, all my interior doors in the hallway, including the bedroom door. So I wanted to paint it that color to match, and then I ordered these black long handles to give it a more high-end look, if you will. I had to go with bifold doors because I was very limited for space, but I wanted it to still look like a nice statement piece in the room. I started this renovation in December of 2024 and it is June 2025 and I am still picking away at it. So just know if you're working on any of these projects, these things do take time and it's not going to happen overnight, but it's certainly worth it. I just love how all of these enhancements have really brightened the space, made it more calm, inviting, and has a more high-end look at a fraction of the cost. I'm still picking away at adding little bits of decor and things that I like, but ultimately, I'm so happy with how this turned out. Just remember, curating a space takes time, and often we're not going to find everything that we want or are looking for in one shopping haul. It's going to take time to keep your eye out for the certain pieces that you know you're missing in your space. A few other things that I haven't mentioned yet is we replaced the main light fixture in the bedroom and I got it for $50 on Amazon. So I'll link that as well for you guys. I also got this arch mirror on Amazon for a very decent price. I think I paid about $100 for it, and I just love that it ties in with the aesthetic of the room so well. If you like this video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and give it a thumbs up, and we'll see you in the next one.